If you take a look behind me, you can see some of the video of the damage left behind after a massive gas explosion at the Raffo Township Maintenance Building in Lancaster County. Now, neighbors in the area are still pretty much in shock after that blast, which happened early this morning. Fox 43's Marshall Keeley is live in Raffo Township, just down the road from where the fire crews are still working at this hour. And Marshall, I imagine it was a frightening wake-up call for folks there.
Yeah, Evan, that's what neighbors really told us this morning in the hours after the explosion at the Raffo Township Municipal Building behind me. It was an unexpected wake-up call there. It sent debris sky high and damaged several homes. At 6 a.m. this morning, Neil Wenger's family was fast asleep in their home on North Colebrook Road when the unthinkable happened. A gas explosion at the Raffo Township Municipal Building across the street sent debris hurling toward the Wenger home, blowing in the windows.
My wife was awake. She was hit with some glass but not cut, and my children were sleeping. Very minor injury, but everybody's fine at this point.
Nearby businesses felt the quake.
When I got in about 7:30 this morning, George told me, and then my boss told me, that the shop shook, and they started searching everywhere to see if something fell or came through the roof or whatever.
Smoke billowed into the air as fire crews rushed to put out the flames and prevent more blasts. The municipal building and the equipment inside were destroyed, and at least 6 homes were damaged. Displaced families received food and water from the American Red Cross at a nearby church. Mental health professionals were available to help families make sense of what just happened.
A lot of these families are likely in shock, still trying to process what happened and what's going to be unfolding over the next 24, 48 hours. And if we can provide a small part of it, that piece of assistance as the Red Cross, we're certainly going to make sure that we're meeting those needs as well.
Red Cross officials will assess each family's needs, making sure they have food and shelter. Meanwhile, a Pennsylvania state fire marshal is determining the cause, and insurance officials are surveying the damage. The Wengers are counting their blessings, thankful no one was injured.
Friends, family, everybody will come together and we'll get through this in the end.
The scene behind me is still active as we approach 11 hours since this explosion. Now, Raffo Township officials told us earlier that they'd be burning off much of the propane left in the tanks at the property, and it looks as though much of that has been completed at this point. No smoke really to be seen in the air at this hour. Raffo Township officials expect this section of North Colebrook Road to remain closed at least until the end of the week as work continues. Live in Raffo Township, Lancaster County, I'm Marshall Keeley, Fox 43 News.